Good evening to the global community of TVisions. It's a pleasure once again coming to you. I am Pastor Isaac Indego Nelson, broadcasting live from Ghana, West Africa. And it is a pleasure, it is also a duty that has been bestowed on us to call upon the community every day upon our golden mandate. As long as we all know, we are out for something great, we are out for something big. And we can't afford to let it go. We can't afford to let it fall apart. We all have a role. And if you play your role and I play my role, we will have a very beautiful community. And together at the end, we shall achieve our aim. And it is a godly aim. It is a divine aim because when TBC succeeds, humanity will rest. So let us see it as a task upon us. You see, until we see TBC mission as a mandate, as a calling, as a task, we wouldn't give it our all. It would just be like a leisure thing. But I don't see TBC as a leisure job. It is a full-time occupation. It is a calling. It is a mandate. It is a heavy responsibility that we all have to understand that we are carrying at the moment. And we hold the future of our generation at hand. If we let it fall, the future will be in shambles. But if we hold it tight, keep it well, and raise the banner high, the future will rejoice and they will praise us for such a great and awesome work. Today, I want us to consider your purpose of existence and what God said about you. In the book of Genesis, I will be reading from the chapter 1, the verse of 26. This is when, after God have created everything that we see, being it the stars, the fishes, or the fish in the sea, the birds, the trees, the mammals, and everything, the reptiles and whatever we can name. God made a very categorical statement in Genesis chapter 1, the verse 26. Then the Lord said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Move further to the book of Genesis, chapter 2, the verse of 15. Genesis chapter 2, the verse of 15. The Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and to keep it. The Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and to keep it. Now, this statement that I just cited from the scriptures indicates that the earth belongs to you and I. We human beings are the custodians of this universe. We are the owners and we are the successors. It was given to us by God. It is a gift of nature. And God said, we are creating man to have dominion over everything that we have created. The dominion that God bestowed on us is unlimited. It doesn't limit, it's not limited to a particular jurisdiction. Until you begin to limit yourself, God never limited you. And that's why TBC has come to help, because humanity at large have seen that we are limited in so many areas because we were born into some sort of bondage. And we see poverty as normal. We see suffering as normal. We see the present predicament, disease, and things that we go through as normal. We didn't know that it was caused, or we are currently living in a distorted world. A world that God didn't intend it to be this. Now, when I read, or what we cited from chapter 2, the verse of 15 is so clear, that God took man and put him in the garden which he has planted to tend and to keep it. Now, the word to tend and to keep it means the earth is given to man as a raw material. And we as human tend, manage it as we want. God never created Aeroplanes, cars, buildings, and the things that we see, they are all man-made. We have to mold this world to suit our habitat, to suit our taste, on condition that it does not affect the third party or it does not affect nature. And therefore, God is in full support of TBC agenda. Yeah, because we've seen that the earth has been distorted, and we, as God has given us this capacity as human, have to fix it. It's quite unfortunate at times humanity wish that we could pray for God to come down or send angels to come and manage the earth for us. We are the custodians. We are the owners. And if we rise, no force and no demon can stop us. If we sit, then a few people among the majority, few of us, so-called elite, will twist the world to suit their capacity. They will live in an atmosphere of utopia, and we will live in an atmosphere of misery, suffering, and pain. And that is why we shouldn't limit our potentials, our capacity to change the world, to tend the world, to mend it, and to keep it. Tend and keep it. Because we have dominion to manage the earth to whatever we want it to be. And that is why we should all rise and say no to diseases, say no to suffering, say no to adverse and severe poverty that our brethren are going through. You go to other continents of this universe, it's so miserable that people are suffering. People work from morning to evening and they go home with a penny. It's not able to feed them 3 square meals, and we see it to be normal. There are so many areas in this world that they see darkness as a normal thing in which shouldn't be. Electricity should be everywhere. Feeder roads, proper road system, network should be everywhere. Water system should be everywhere. People should have potable water to drink. People shouldn't suffer with the basic necessities of life. But we still struggle, group day in and out, morning to evening, only to feed ourselves and the family. This is not the original purpose of God for this universe. It has been distorted. It has been manipulated. It has been twisted. And we have to rise and fix it. Angels will not come and fix it for us. It is our world. And we have the audacity to mend it to whatever we want. And that is why TBCians have realized, by the grace of God, working through the admin, has given us the tools to fix the world. And therefore, I am challenging you this evening with this godly message to realize the potential in you, to rise up and unleash that power, the ability, the efficacy that God has given us to tend. Let's rise and turn it. To tend the world means we are to manage it, to manage it, to come to a level of property, a level of being proper and being good for habitation of humanity and every living organism at large. Therefore, my fellow TBCians, let us see this mandate and this as a calling, that because we want to fix it for humanity. You see, we rise every day and we appreciate and praise the great fathers that invented electricity, the great fathers that invented engine and other things that is helping technology today. We appreciate and we pay heavy money for people that are managing and invented or managing our internet system. It has really come to change the world. It has really come to fix certain challenges of the world. Look at our mobile telecommunication has made the world so global, the whole globe so small that we now live in a global village. You sit here, you talk to someone in America, talk to someone in Europe, in Spain, in Canada, or wherever, Africa, Nigeria. Yes, because some people saw that there was a deficiency somewhere in communication, and they rose up to the task to fix it. And today we are all enjoying it as a gift of nature. We all enjoy electricity. We all enjoy traveling through locomotive engine and other things. We all enjoy talking on phones, speaking on StreamYard, Zoom, and other things. We enjoy it. What does that mean? A fellow human being like you and I saw the need, And they put their forces together, effort together, and they rose to the task. Not a day, not a year. They were able to come with solution to some of the diverse adverse problems that we are facing. What are you also fixing in this universe? Are you just relaxing, seeing it moving, awkward, and we are okay? No. Remember, God said, let us create man in our image and let them have dominion over everything that we have created. Let them have dominion over the sea and the fish, over the air, the birds in the air, over mammals, every creeping thing that we have created. And God put man in the garden to tend and to keep it. When we leave this world to jeopardize, to spoil, we have ourselves to be blamed. We shouldn't blame God. If we all rise, change our mindset and mentality, we can have a paradise once again. We can live in a state of utopia once again. We can all have peace. When humanity rose and said no more slavery, there has been abolishment of the slave trade. Humanity like you and I rose up and said, we are tired of war, and therefore there was a resolution to bring an end to the Second World War. And today we live in a democratic dispensation in which every country is striving to live in a very decentralized system and democratic system. Humanity like you and I rose up and fixed that problem. What problem are we fixing today? And therefore, TPC admin have thrown the challenge to us, and we have to accept the challenge. Rise up with your voice. Rise up with your capacity, with your prayer. Rise up with your daily recruitment. Rise up with your daily broadcast. Rise up with your daily activity that you do in TBC to change the world. And what we are doing is going to be extraordinary. Yeah, we are going to surpass our legend. We are going to pass or surpass our great forefathers that have taken the lead, because wherever they have initiated, TBC is bigger than them. Whatever our great-grandfathers has initiated, TBC is bigger than that. And therefore, this generation, you are blessed to be in this generation in which we have been entrusted with the capacity to change the tables, so that the riches will no longer be accumulated to the minority, but rather riches will be spread across the horizons of the world. And every Tom, Dick, and Harry will have a share, will have its equitable distribution and quota of the global riches. This is a godly calling, and this is a universal task. And I'm challenging you today that don't sit and fold your arms thinking you are nobody. You are somebody, man. You are somebody. You are created in the image of God, and you have the capacity to turn the tables, to favor the majority, but not the minority. God bless you for accepting the task. And I believe today, as you rise up with this motivation and with this charge, you're going to do something in your little way. We don't expect you alone to do everything. Just do little that you can, and I do the little I can. And he does the little that he can. And together we can build TBC community, and the world will be peace once again. God bless you for your time. God bless you for listening to my audios and watching my videos. God bless you for subscribing to my page, and God bless you the most if you give 30 minutes of your time praying and meditating to God. When you meditate, the Holy Spirit will whisper to you and show you the direction in which you should go. Yes, and you will be a changed person. And through you, we will have a beautiful world. God bless you. Share these audios and this video as much as you can. And God will bless you for doing that. Thank you.